guys, welcome to video number 25, placing a trade start to finish. Now we're going to be going a little bit over what we already talked about in an earlier video in regards to placing a trade and what you need to do. We're also going to add in a little bit more that we didn't cover in the last video about that. So easiest way for you to do this is if you have your demo account handy or your live account handy, whatever, open it up and basically follow what I'm telling you and you will get to see what I'm talking about. Now, if you open up your platform or your broker, whatever you're using to place your trades, somewhere in there you'll be able to open up a new trade window. Whether you right click on the chart or you tap a currency pair and it says trade, either which way you're going to come up with the page where you can place your trade or your order, one of the two. And so the first thing you're going to need to do is select your currency pair, which you'll usually be on the chart anyway when you go to do it. So you can just go straight from your chart to place an order. First thing you're going to have to do after that is you're going to have to set your lot size. Now I've already been on and on about how important this is about the lot size. Make sure you select it wisely. You'll also figure out, your margin by doing your lot size selection. You'll figure out how much margin you have to put down. Make sure you don't overexert your account when you do this. That's very important to understand. Then you're also going to have to select whether or not you're going to be placing a market order or whether or not you're going to be placing an entry order. Buy limit, buy stop, sell limit, sell stop, as we talked about before. You're going to have to choose this. Now, if you select an instant execution or market order, it's just going to ask you for your stop loss, your take profit if you so choose to set them, and then away you go. If you're setting an order, on the other hand, it's going to ask you for a couple more things. It's going to ask you for an entry point, which you have to enter in. Okay, where do you want this trade to start? Where do you want this trade to open? And on top of that, it's also going to ask you when you want this order to close, if it's not set till GTC. Now by default it's set to GTC. Now if you look somewhere in the box, you'll see something along the lines of trade, entry, good until, and then it'll have a drop box, and usually GTC is the default input, and GTC stands for good till cancelled. So that means that if you place an order, an entry order, and it takes 2 or 3 hours to get filled, or 2 or 3 hours for the chart to hit that, or even a day for the chart to hit that, it will stay there waiting and it will open. But if you are a bit more strict about it, if you're following a system where you only want your orders to be open for, say, an hour, you can set it so that after an hour or after 2 hours, if that trade hasn't been opened, that order closes. So therefore you don't have to go back and cancel it. If you've got it on GTC, then you have to obviously keep your finger on the pulse, because you might have to go back and cancel them if the market conditions change and your orders are no longer valid. You can go back and cancel them, but you've got to be onto the ball when you have it set to GTC. You also set your stop and your take profit as you would with your instant execution or market order, and once you are all good to go, you press OK, and those levels are going to show up on your chart, and then you can keep an eye on them. Alright, that's practically all there is to it when it comes to placing a trade. And then you can, of course, sit there and monitor your trade from your trading platform or wherever you watch your trades, whether it be the broker's platform or an external platform like MetaTrader. You can sit there and watch your trades play out and watch how well they are doing. All right, that's all for video 25. Video number 26 coming up, where we talk about managing emotions while trading. All right.